Welcome to Galactic Wisdom Way Shower, where we nurture the seeds of your soul. This is your Angelseed activation with Tektite's angelic guidance. Let's awaken the angel seed within and anchor your divine support. We're going to be tapping into the wood dragon frequency. This began 2 years ago, and it is a 10-year cycle. And it's tapping into not only waking up dragon souls, but waking up your personal power, waking up your strength. And I want to see what this spring Beltane season is waking up for the next 8 years to come. What is it waking up for the next 8 years to come? What is it waking up? Oh, interesting. We're getting the Devil card. Now, I always read this as temptation. I read this as distortions, illusions, making money. It's interesting. I'm getting a huge visual. So see how this man is holding money and the dragon is holding this golden ball. It's power, right? This card is really showing how all of this person's power is within other elements. This person would not be fruitful, would not be abundant without these external happenings, right? Now, waking up to your personal power, it really shows all the distortions and other ways that you may have been giving out your power and letting other people, places, or things control your power. So those distortions for the next 8 years are going to keep coming up for you to realize, wait a second, my power is mine, and nothing else, unless without my consent, has the capacity to take my power. And another thing about dragons is their power is less to do with their physical, material things, which he's very physical, material, manipulative. And dragon power has to do with gathering inner knowledge and utilizing it wisely. So no one can take that from you. And there is this temptation to continue believing your power is somewhere else besides your personal power. So that's fascinating. That's good to know. I feel as though there is a misconception, and I even talk about this with my quantum Reiki life coaching clients, that when you gather your personal power, there is a desire that everything will be happy-go-lucky and feeling better right away, when that's quite the contrary. It's actually going to raise up a lot of distortions and raise up a lot of people that may have been sucking and attached to your power that you may have unconsciously given away. So, knowing that, as we continue in the 3rd year of the wood dragon cycle, as we continue on this path towards our personal empowerment. Now let's see, specifically this year, we are in the fire horse. This is effortless vitality. What does recognizing temptations that are outside and giving away our personal power, what does that have to do with this year specifically? And what is Beltane really activating and stimulating within us. Oh, I got 2 cards. Bonfire, which I love because fire horse, bonfire, we're getting that fire frequency. It is through remembering that you will wake the ritual of your existence and be reborn in mighty celebration. This is a very good thing. I love this because it's stating that you're remembering, which also aligns beautifully. So when you are tempted to do something that is outside of your remembrance, it's stating that you trust someone else's verdict over your own. And we're really this year understanding that it's your perspective that is guiding the show. And then we have goat. We have goat. I love this goat because it has a third eye and it's under a big full moon. I feel like this is very important because there is a blue moon coming up, May 31st, but specifically this May, it begins on a full moon and ends on a full moon. That's very big energy, and this card is bringing up fearlessness on your path, that you have the ability to choose that fearlessness and never being led astray, that you always have the ability to find your way. That brings you effortless vitality, knowing that wherever you go, you're going to be led to remembering who you truly are. And sure, those temptations may be around, but they're actually showing you where not to continue. They're actually showing you where you've placed your power without claiming it. So very interesting. I find that fascinating. Pono agrees. I don't know if you can hear Pono shouting up there. Now, what emotional clutter are you ready to transmute? What emotional clutter is ready to be transmuted this Beltane season during the year of the fire horse? Discernment. This, you guys, this perfectly aligns with what we're speaking about. Discerning what are you remembering versus what you are tempted to, what are you tempted to forget? What are you tempted to give your power over willingly, right? Recognizing clarity so you know when you are off. Because typically, if your energy is off and misaligned and scattered or flustered or even numb or shut down, you're not remembering your true authentic self. You are acting out of this temptation and giving away your personal power. And that is not effortlessly done. It actually takes way more energy to act without your power and to attempt to hide it. So we're ready to transmute and fully discern where our strength is placed, where our power is placed. Now, who can assist in this transmutation? Who can assist in this transmutation? This feels like very familiar energy. Whoa, there's 3. This feels very familiar. The 3 cards, it feels like very different guides for different people. I feel like I'm reading for 3 different groups now. Aramu Muru, Angel of Human Civilization. Now, these are for the beings that if you have a very difficult time with over giving your energy, where you see it as, oh, if I do not hand over my power, then how am I meant to help others? Please call upon this beautiful angelic being to assist you in discernment of your personal power. If you have connections to ancient Egypt, if you have had a past life in Atlantis, if you have a lot of Aquarius placements, or you have most recently woken up during this age of Aquarian energy timeline, this is the angelic being that is assisting you for discernment. The next group, Nyota Imkali, Angel of Regeneration. Angel of Regeneration. These are for my beings that you have either experienced trauma, you've lost a home, or have been in a natural disaster, and it has caused a closing of your heart, a closing of your aura and energy. There can almost, I feel the beings that I'm speaking to from here, they have experienced something traumatic within their environment. And now they do not know how to discern a good environment versus a toxic environment. So this has less to do with people and more of you closing off your energy or giving your energy too much to an environment. Call upon Nyota Imkali, the angel of regeneration, to assist you in discerning where you are putting your personal power, or where are you blocking it from entering an environment. Ooh, that's a big one. That's been happening for some time. And the last group. Atun Maka Gaspi, Angel of Trees. Angel of Trees. This group you actually help others discern. And if you have yet to help others discern, you're meant to help others discern. You're actually very good at discerning, but there is a sense of closing off your discernment when it comes to teaching others about it. You're a very good teacher. These are beings that are very connected with tree spirits. If you are connected to Oghems, if you are connected to Druid folklore, if you are connected to dragons, or have any wood in either 4 of your pillars for your Chinese chart, you're meant to be sharing that wisdom. But discerning who you share it with is very important. You're not meant to share it with everyone. You're also not meant to not share it at all. So calling upon the Angel of Trees to really help you discern who you can share your wisdom of discernment with. Wow. 3 very different groups. Now I'm going to read the activations for each group. So follow along, guys. We have a soul wound. Each of these groups has a different soul wound that is ready to heal. Now they're all about discernment. So let's check this out. The group of people that needs to discern other people's energy versus their own energy. Time to go there. Ooh, what you are avoiding may be what is ready to move. Wow, you may be avoiding a person or oh my. You may be avoiding detaching your energy from another person. It is time to go there. It is time to detach and discern the energy that you are carrying, if it is yours or if it is theirs. It is time. That wound is ready to heal. You no longer have to carry their wound around. Let's get a clarification card. Let's get a clarification card. And even, let's clarify. Queen of Pentacles. Ooh. Okay, so by you taking your energy and discerning your energy from other people, I don't think you were aware of how much energy you were giving others, that it was affecting your physical well-being. It was affecting your physical life. It was affecting your finances. It was affecting the money coming in. It was affecting the money you were able to spend and the capacity you were able to retrieve. Whoa. It's time to go there. Because you have money waiting for you. But these relationships that you've been messing around with and giving your power towards, they're blocking you from this. And that is a choice you are making. Because we are in full control. We are in full access to our field and our life. Now, the beings where they need assistance and you're working on discernment of your area, your environment. Let's see what soul wound is ready to heal. Healthy boundaries. This makes sense. There is not a healthy boundary between you and the environment. Activate your no. It is time to say no to this area. Embrace clarity and consent. Your personal power is going to a specific location, an area, and you have been saying yes when your body has been wanting to say no. I can't help but feel like it feels like either a workplace or it feels like maybe committing to a family, but it doesn't feel like the family. It feels like the home or space, like maybe upkeeping it or something. It's time to say no, though, because there needs to be a discernment there. It feels like you're operating at a pace where you can't tell where you end and the environment begins, and that's not healthy in this scenario. Let's get a clarification on what happens when you place healthy boundaries in this environment. Ooh, the Tower. It is going to be a big disturbance in your field. Kind of like how that lightning bolt is disturbing that tree. But I love seeing the Tower as ascension. This habitat, this environment has been preventing you from leveling up in your life. And when you place that healthy boundary, when you say no to something, to a situation, an environment, so it's less about the people and more about the area, you're able to expand. You're able to breathe. I'm seeing you're no longer walking on eggshells. That. No longer walking on eggshells. No longer identifying your piece with the environment. The environment's going to be shaky after you say no, but you're going to come out okay. You're actually going to come out elevated, and it might feel like disruption because you're going to be leveling up. You're going to be in a position you've never been in before. Woo! This last group. For my beings that, you guys know how to discern. You know how to discern environments and people, but now discern who you share that information with. What is the emotional, or not emotional, what is the soul wound that is ready to heal for this group? Beyond limitation. Be a tall poppy. Set new bars for what is possible. Okay. First off, being the tall poppy. I don't think this group knows that when you speak your wisdom and share your power to the right people, it's going to be respected. It's going to be taken in a manner that is appreciated. But there is a need to set new bars. So it's interesting. I see this all or nothing. You either set the bar so high that you don't share your wisdom with anyone, or you shrink yourself and set it so low that you limit yourself because now you're sharing with others that don't appreciate the wisdom and discernment you're sharing. So there needs to be a balance. What happens when you are standing in your personal power and people are going to come up to you? They're going to come up to you, and let's say you are the flower. You don't want people that are going to take you out of the ground. You want people that when they listen to your information, they're going to water you so you keep growing. You want reciprocity. You don't want someone to dig you up out of the ground and own you. Whew. Let's get some clarity around this because you're going beyond limitations, but it does require you to put limitations on others. Your higher self is going to be helping you here. There's a sense of being in your head a little bit, but there's also a sense of your higher self is here to help you make this discernment call. And no, I really love this because it's really showing up that even if you make the call to not share the information, there is an entire conversation happening in the upper realms where your higher self and that other person's higher self are communicating. So don't feel like you failed someone or you weren't being all that you could. That's in your head. That's in your head. That's the wound we're letting go. We're letting go of the distortion that you can only help someone in this realm. You're helping others in many other realms. Now, by healing this wound, what comes from healing this wound? This one actually feels like a collective. So this one's for everyone. Expand your bubble. Your bubble is expanding. By gathering your own power effortlessly, always being on your path, and being discerning with your energy, your bubble naturally expands. And it extends in compassion, because the more compassion you have for yourself, the more you're able to offer authentic energy for the relationships around you. This is a beautiful, beautiful upgrade and activation, you guys. Let's get a little bit more information on this expansion of your bubble. It feels like there's finally an understanding that you don't have to let go of your power to use it. Yes, there's this distortion, and we're going to keep finding that out, that the less you let go of your power, actually the better you get to participate with it, and the bigger your energetic bubble, your aura gets. Yes. Strength. I love it. Yep. Strength. I feel like you'll understand. You're not even going to recognize your circle, your bubble by August. They're giving me August. They're giving me the 8/8 portal date. You're going to have so much space for your power. Start planning your free time. That sounds so funny, but you are so used to giving out your power in unnecessary ways. You're going to have some space and free time where you are so strong, you get to relax. You're not on guard anymore. You won't be exhausted anymore. This is a beautiful activation, you guys. Now, what activates your light body? What is the thing that activated all of this happening during Beltane? Optimum key. Move blocked life force. This right here. This is all happening because you're discerning where you place your power, and you are working from an optimum place of power. You're working from a full battery. Before, you've been working on a low, raggedy, needing to be charged, outdated battery while you give everyone else your voltages. So your energy is increasing in the most beautiful ways. I thought I would try this deck out. I'm so excited. This is the first reading this deck is in. So I want to get more information about this optimum key chi for this activation. Oh, Pleiadians. And I love it because it mimics the wood dragon. So maybe you work with dragons, maybe you work with Pleiadians, maybe you work as a Pleiadian dragon. But there is a sense of knowing how to hold your power, knowing how to hold your energy and life force, and knowing what a blockage looks like, whether it is who you share it, who do you share your power with, who do you teach, who do you allow in your space, how do you emit your personal power to your environment. There is a refinement and discernment, and Pleiadians, as well as that dragon frequency, is really assisting in noticing it, being aware of it, realigning it, and bringing that alignment back so you are always charged with energy. And not saying you're always super active, more saying there's no more exhaustion and dis-ease and wasting that energy or having that shame or regret anymore. Beautiful. Lastly, the true blessing from this activation. the true blessing from this activation. Oh, true voice. Communicate with your truth. The true activation from this Beltane, speaking your truth. Whether you are from the first group that is discerning, giving your power to others, no, talking with others is so important, and be discerning on who you have conversations with. Are you gossiping? Are you saying things that are not of your truth? Are you allowing others to say things that are not of their truth? Saying no to your environment and situations. Conversations with truth. Discerning who will respect your words, your voice, your truth, versus the being that will disrespect your words, disrespect your truth, and even try to take your truth and power and words. This is beautiful. This sounds like a major throat chakra upgrade. Wow, that is your Beltane Fire Horse Angelseed activation. I want to say thank you for walking the wisdom path with me. Keep tending to your seeds, whether it be rainbow, angelic, star seed, or earth seed, and may your journey be guided by being human with spirit. If anything during this reading triggered you energetically, emotionally, or spiritually, please check out cosmicenergy-spiritualwellness.com. I do provide quantum Reiki life coaching as well as mentorship plans. So go check that out if you are wanting support during your path with your earth seed, angel seed, or star seed self. And as always, tend your seeds, trust your light, and I'll see you next time.